So, to me, the zombie project was a chance to get to re-tackle the stuff that I had done with Alice, but try and take it to its logical conclusions. Really get to do the things that I'd always wished I could have done with it. Really make it the project that I always wanted it to be. And sometimes it's hard to do that with a project that you've been working on for a while, and that's where it was just easier to do a fresh start. I've always been a big fan of zombies. They're one of those things that cinematically, I've seen the movies, I've read the books, I got a wall full of swords just waiting for the zombie apocalypse. Yeah, it was always a cool subject, so it was a fun one, and it was actually one that I could connect to, and one that would mean something to me as I started to try and develop this. I'd wanted to get away from using someone else's storyline. I really love Alice. Alice was a great book. Lewis Carroll's an amazing author, very insightful, and really always made me think. But at the same time, as an artist, there's something about original content that I want. I want to get to do something that hasn't been done before. I want to get to tell my story, not just a story that everyone's familiar with. And it's kind of hard to do that. You know, people in general, they have a certain tendency to gravitate towards the things they know. And it makes it harder to get them to latch on to a new concept. So the scale of this project has also been pretty daunting for both me and Greg. We've been working on trying to do something that's actually really, really big. And one of the challenges of doing something really big is how do you actually get people to understand what big is? Well, in our case, it starts from a desire to not repeat Millie usage in a section, for example. Well, that means that if I need 20 Millies to make a section, I need 20 individual images. Now, each one of those images is going to take me 1 to 3 days to construct and pull. It's going to take me another 3 or 4 days to slice and polish, you know, and that's just to be able to get the one slice that I need for the one section to make that first piece. So I've always really been a big fan of complexity in work. I like doing things that push the boundaries of what I feel can be done, at least what I feel I can do. You know, I really like trying to take that ball and take it as far down the field as I can, you know, before I run out. And with this project, I really got to live up to that, at least for myself and what I'm looking for out of it. You know, I've created something in a complexity level that I think hasn't yet been done in borosilicate milling. I've been doing a lot of work with Greg Wilson, who's been collabing with me on this project, and we've been spending the last several months just figuring out how to make a background, how to do a single layer in something that's designed to be many layers. You know, how do we capture depth, perspective, really fundamental art stuff, but translating it into glass with a certain kind of process takes it to a whole another level of complexity. You know, it's not good enough just to be able to make something. It's making it work together with all the parts. And, you know, glass, it likes to do its thing. Sometimes it works with you, sometimes it struggles against you. You know, you have to find its strengths and its weaknesses. And in this project, I really tried to take the best of glass, the things that it was strongest at, the areas where it would do its best, and really make them do what they were meant to do. So I think one of the things that I always liked about the stories behind zombies, it's the crushing wave scenario. You know, a drop of water is nothing, but the crashing waves against the rocks of the shore will erode mountains. And that's kind of the way zombies interact. It's the horde. It's an unstoppable force. Any part of that force seems so insignificant. It's slow or stupid, or even if it's fast running, it's not the same kind of thinking, deciding being. It's less threatening somehow. But as a group, as a united front of teeth gnashing and marching forward towards the goal of the devouring of the human race, there's a power behind that you can't duplicate in other ways, and it's you know, the immobile object versus the unstoppable force. So one of the interesting parts about the media inclusion into this project. It's not just about a way to show people the project and publicize and things like that. I'm actually looking for a way to be able to share a little bit more of myself with people. In general, I was always the kind of artist that rather let my work speak for me. I don't have to have much of a public voice. I just have to make stuff that people can connect to. And in some ways, that's not fair. It's good to share not just your work, but who you are and what's important to you with the people that you're trying to share with.